If you want to start maximizing to have the most ideal recovery plan, this is where we need to start with the food. The food is what's going to help us give more energy to our workouts because it's helping us to recover properly and it's helping to fuel us for our races and even for our hard workouts. So I divided it up into healthy and unhealthy. This is what typically worked for me. I tried a lot of different things and I came to the conclusion to now where I have a very balanced diet. I put food equals energy, and this is up here. And how we're going to get more energy is through our food. How we're going to get more energy is through our sleep. That's it. And through our recovery as well. But we need to optimize what we're doing for recovery so that we can hit harder track workouts. For the food, what we're putting into that body is going to make those decisions if our body's going to perform good or if our body's going to not perform good. All right. Now I divided it into two parts for the healthy section. So for the healthy section, I divided it into two parts, protein and carbs. Now for the proteins, we got the healthy stuff. All right. Steak and beef. This is the most optimal meat that we got on this list. If you're consuming beef, you're getting good protein in. And chicken, fish, protein powder. Now, for protein powder, you can either drink it with water or milk. I do it with milk. Now, I never drink it before a workout. I would either drink it in the morning, way before my workout, because I train every day at 4 o'clock. Or I would do it after my workout, but straight after. Because typically, you want to have your last meal or drink or shake be 3 hours before you sleep. Now, this is how we're going to optimize sleep as well. Because when you're going to bed with a full stomach, you're going to start feeling that acid reflux in your mouth as well. It's going to start coming up and it's not going to be good. And you're not going to even have the most optimal sleep. And then you're going to wake up all sluggish and you're going to have a lot of brain fog. So we want to cut that out. We want to be sharp when we wake up. We want to have a full night of rest where we don't have to wake up throughout the night. And that's with also drinking water. We don't want to have to wake up to use the restroom, right? So I would typically not eat anything 3 hours before I go to bed, and I won't drink anything 2 hours before I go to bed. For the protein powder, either in the morning with the milk or right after a workout, all right? That's the most optimal way that I found it to be effective. For eggs, I just had that in the morning, typical breakfast. Yogurt, cold cuts. Yogurt, it could be the same way. It's dairy. So the thing with dairy, everybody's different. Some people could be a little more lactose, so this wouldn't be a good option for you. But if you typically don't do well with dairy, try to have it more so in the morning or at night. Because man, if you have those protein shakes way too close to your workouts, I'm telling you, man, it's not fun for you or your team because they're gonna be smelling all those farts coming out of you. So do not have it right before your practice. I'm telling you, don't have it before your practice. I'm warning you guys. Carbs. We got rice, potatoes, fruits. I think these are the top 3 best. Those are the most optimal ones. Rice, potato, and fruits. Because bread, yes, it's good. I put it in here. Most people don't think it's healthy or as healthy as most carbs. I put it in here because we're runners. We need a lot of carbs, and we need the fastest resource to carbs. And bread's not horrible for you. Bread, if you find the right bread for you, where you just have water, flour, and salt, you gotta always check the ingredients at these supermarkets because you want to make sure that you're getting the right bread. You don't want to have a bread that has 50 ingredients on it and you don't even know what it is. So try to get sourdough bread. I mean, that's what I use all the time. And they only have 3 ingredients: water, flour, and salt. All right, so that's bread. And I've also mashed it with the cold cuts for protein because cold cuts are just cut meat. So it's really fine to have a sandwich. It's a fast resource. But if you want to be more optimal, I would meal prep. Meal preps. Have some chicken and rice for lunch. Now, a sandwich is always good for a lunch or a snack, but I would always meal prep. Like, that's what I started doing recently, and I even got it here. Beef, chili, and rice. And this is going to be my lunch today. And I always got fruit on me, too. I got bananas on me. Apple and oranges, always got them on me. These are going to be my snacks. And I even have a bagel on me. I always wouldn't, go with bread as my first choice or pasta. But if that's the option that you have, because I know you guys a lot of high schoolers are not buying groceries, and your parents are more so buying groceries, and you have pasta for dinner or bread, that's fine. That's fine to eat. It's just, is it the most optimal? No, I think these 3 are the most optimal for you and the most healthiest: potato, rice, and fruits. And if you have bread and pasta, it's gonna be fine. So definitely try to meal prep your meals, protein, get your rice in, and I mean it's around 9 o'clock for me right now. This is what I'm gonna be having throughout the day until up to 1 o'clock, and that's when I'm gonna not eat as much. Maybe have a snack, a fruit in between, but I'm not going to eat as much so I can have a most optimal run. And then right after I run is where I eat, is where I feast. And you want to make sure that you can get as much in before that 3 hour mark, right before you sleep. Okay, now let's go on to the unhealthy foods. Now we got fast food. This is a no-brainer. Don't eat any fast food. This is things that you could cut out today because they have so many ingredients, so many oils that they just put in it as processed. Don't eat any of that stuff. And you know, when you eat fast food, you feel like crap. We don't want to feel crap at all. We want to feel energized. We want to feel good all the time. And this is why I had the 30-day challenge, guys. If you haven't gone into the 30-day challenge, if you're not doing it right now, start it up. And I promise you, you're not going to just be doing it for 30 days if you actually complete it. You're going to be doing this all year round. Once you complete that 30 days, I'm telling you, you're going to do all year round because it's the most optimal way to focus. So go into the 30-day challenge because I put in there no junk food, no added sugar. But now I'm going to go into some more things that you shouldn't be having. But these are the top things that you have to get rid of. You have to get rid of this in your diet because this is just going to spike your energy levels and then drop them. You're not going to feel good at all throughout the day. So cut out fast food, cut out added sugars. This is your cookies, your Oreos, your candy, all that stuff. Cut it out. Sodas, cut that out. I haven't drank soda in 5 years. I haven't never drank soda. I only drink water. Only drink water. Sometimes I have a healthy juice if it's juiced the proper way and it's not added sugars. I'll have juice, or milk. But no soda, no unhealthy added sugar drinks. Ultra processed. This is your chips and your pretzels or anything that doesn't have a crazy amount of sugar but has a bunch of oils. You shouldn't be looking at the chips and thinking, oh my gosh, there's like 50 things on here. And you have to be basically a scientist. It's just basically have to be a scientist to know everything that's on there. You don't want that. So cut out the chips, cut out the desserts as well, because you're just going to be feeling crappy afterwards. I mean, why are you going to eat ice cream? Just end your day with dinner. You don't need dessert. And sugary juice, cut that out as well. Juice, you're probably going to be like, what about orange juice? Well, juice, what makes fruit juice pretty unhealthy is that when you juice something that's a fruit, you're cutting out the fiber. And the fiber is what actually makes fruit healthy because fruit has sugar in it. Now I'm going to leave a template in the next lesson of all the foods that we listed here and all the unhealthy stuff that we listed here. In the next template, this is your do's, this is your don'ts.